Good afternoon, Freedom Family. Time for a serious video. No, we don't usually do that here, but I'm doing it today. Have you recently taken a look around you? Listen to what people are saying, who's saying it, and if what they're saying is implemented and normalized, where this country will be at. We have half the country, almost half the country, that openly wants it to just disintegrate. They want it to implode within itself. They want to make it something that it was never intended to be. Then you have almost half the country who have declared themselves to be defenders of this country, staunch defenders of this country. Yet they don't defend anything. They're patriots, yet they don't act in a patriotic way. Most of these people are, in fact, exactly what they claim to be against. They're the very people that want this country to implode on itself. We're now talking about having these get out of jail free cards that you can show when you walk into your local grocery mart or the hospital, or possibly even some people are talking about jailing you for not having this card or the thing to get that card. Where did the country go? Where did the spirit of liberty go? Where did freedom go? Not me freedom, our freedom. It walked by the guy sitting on the couch. It walked by the person that's willing to get the card to carry a firearm. The guy that's willing to get the card to drive his car. To get the card to prove he has insurance. Just the guy that gets the card, wherever that card may be, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a card, there's a representation of it, to make their life easier. Well, if I get an insurance card, then they don't have to look it up. If I get a driver's license, I won't have to deal with the cops. If I get this card or fake this card, I can at least go to 90% of the places I want to go, and I can possibly go anywhere I want to go until I get caught. This isn't the country I was born into. Or rather, this isn't the country I was supposed to have been born into. But I was born into it. And it's became what it is because people sit around and do what they're told, which is nothing. The shit that they tell you to do isn't what destroyed this country. Doing nothing about it is what did that. I know I just said that people sit around and doing nothing. But are you told to do nothing? Yes, you are. You're told if you do anything, you will be jailed. You'll be hunted down. The FBI's watching. The feds are watching. The state's watching. Your local cops are watching. Now, I'm not suggesting that anybody go out and start hurting people or stealing people's shit. Nothing like that. What I am suggesting, however, is that people open their eyes. You think it was bad today. Remember a year ago? Remember a year and a half ago? Just 2 weeks, guys. 15 days, that's all we need. Just to curb the, what was it? Just to level the curve, that's what it was. Got to level the curve so the hospitals don't get overflowed. Then it never happened. The hospitals getting overflowed, that is. Never happened. They said it did. Oh, there were semi-trailers full of bodies at some hospitals. Then come to find out there wasn't. In your life, who will you deal with being lied to from? Your wife? Your wife lie to you? Without any kind of reaction from you? Your kids? Your boss? Your coworkers? The neighbor? Government? Why is government the only person that can openly lie to you? And you're just like, meh. They didn't mean to do it. Government still loves me. We're at a pivotal time in history. If we haven't already passed the point of no return, we are in, if you remember, there was a time in the 30s when certain people were told they must show their papers to be a part of society. Then there were excised from society. They couldn't even show themselves. A lot of people went into hiding lately. Staying on the low because what they've said for the last 10 years isn't on record. When does it stop? What people still fail to realize, because they just believe whatever they're told, is it's never about, today's never the worst part. The worst part isn't what's happening today. The worst part is what comes next. It's always about what's next. Because if you comply with what's going on today, they can implement what happens tomorrow. You have the self-proclaimed patriot community, the prepper community. You're a prepper, what are you worried about, bro? If you're a patriot, what are you worried about? If I watched a video the other day, I think it was last night, of this prepper dude who got the vax, not because he thought that the science behind it was great, to make his life easier, because he knows what's coming. Prepper. What are you prepping for? Like, isn't prepping just kind of a catch-all? You know, we're prepping for whatever happens. We're preparing for what happens. As long as you're the sheep, nothing's going to happen. Big government will take care of you. As long as you do as you're told. But people won't ask themselves the real questions. If I have to do what I'm told, how am I free? You're not. You have one side, this one side of the country, this small portion of the country, that spent months wreaking havoc across the country, burning shit to the ground. Cops stood against the wall looking at them, then arresting people who tried to protect their own property or lives. It blows my mind, the cognitive dissonance in this country. You have people saying, well, some people don't make good choices for themselves, so we must make those choices for them. Not realizing, by saying this, now this is a smart person that said this to me. he has a pretty high IQ. He's smart about certain things. He's book smart. Some people need to be told what to do. How do you say it exactly? I don't want to lie to you. Something along the lines, and I'm just paraphrasing. Some people need to be told what to do, basically to keep them safe from themselves. Oh, like the Biden administration is trying to keep you safe from yourself today. So you went and got your old jab out of it. When you think that we need to tell people how to live their lives, whether it's the conversation, I'll tell you what the conversation was about. It was about how to start out. It started out with, oh, no, dude. It started out with, man, I got to show. I'm not even gonna walk in here and screw me up this far to do. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Can't see I got a camera in my hand. What is that? I'm gonna walk out there and get it. The mailbox is right there. Oh, here. I thought you were somebody else, man. My bad. Here. That's cool. Thank you. No, my bad, man. I thought you were somebody else. He's actually a good guy, so I won't be a dick to him. Like, you don't see I got a camera in my fucking hand now. I'm not editing, dude. I'm not editing. But it started out with, if you believe that, if you believe that we need to decide shit for people because they aren't bright enough or whatever, smart enough to make their own decisions in life, did you go get this thing? Well, I already know they didn't go get it. But if you, no, I'm sorry, I back up. That's not how it started. It started with, if you believe you have the right to either put stuff in your body or not put stuff in your body, if you have the right to decide that, are you then pro drug? Not meaning that you do drugs, you support the usage of drugs, but that you're okay if somebody else wants to do drugs. That's how the conversation started. Because when you put them in a position, that's why I asked the question. If you say, well, no, I'm not, okay, well, I'm not pro, you can put in your body what you want, not in your body what you don't want to, then you have to say that government then has the authority to put something in your body. You don't have, but if you say that, yeah, I have the right to put in my body what I want or not put in my body what I don't want to, then you have to say, well, it's stupid that these drugs are illegal. Drugs hurt nobody but the person that's using them. Unless, of course, they get behind the wheel and do something stupid. The motorcycle right there is dangerous in that case. And get on a bike and hurt somebody, right? Hurt somebody else. People can't think past what they've been told. And as long as we do as we're told and buy into the bullshit and make excuses and believe that there's something other than binary choices in certain situations, you're making it harder on your kids. Not just this person, but everybody. Everybody is. Where's this country going to be at in a year? Look at where it's went at in the last year. They've normalized this. You're not going to remember the old normal because they brought in the new normal. New normal just takes time. Over a period of time, you'll forget about it's like, as an example, and I've seen this firsthand. You go to jail and you spend any amount of time in jail, a year or two, whatever it is, 5 years, whatever it is. Every day is the longest day. What does that mean? It means every day when I woke up in prison, that was the longest day of my sentence. Today was longer than yesterday. Tomorrow will be longer than today. When I got out, looking back at it now, like shit, I went by quick. You know, those 2 years went by quick. Which one? My bad. 21 months, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't actually do 2 that time. And it happened because of my new normal. I came out, I started living life, and I forgot about the past. I forgot about those days of sitting there being fucking miserable because I couldn't see my kids and, you know, feeling my heart feel like it was in a damn, having a spasm. You know, the 3 days before a visit, couldn't wait to see my kids or my wife, my dad. And let's not even talk about the last 6 months. Oh man, you hit that 180-day mark. God, time comes to a screeching halt. Every day you wake up, you're like, Jesus Christ, just come on, I just want to get it over with. And you're piling shit throughout your day, working out, playing softball and football, and laughing at the damn Thunder Bunnies and the Pom Pom Squad. And yeah, that shit exists. It's funnier than fuck. But regardless, you do whatever you can do to get through it, to get back to life. Nothing's going to get us through this and get us back to life. What's coming isn't life. Yeah, you might be alive, but you're not. It's not life. If you can't live your life, it's then not life. I implore you all to go through your subscriptions and watch the latest video of everybody on there. And if there are people that talk about politics, if there are people that talk about the old Jabbo, if there are people that um, talk about prepping, or any of these things, and they shut up, unsubscribe. Hold them accountable. Now ain't the time to be shutting up. Now is the time to be as loud as you can possibly be and as loud as you ever have been in your life. Where's all the patriots at?